Be careful when you decide to hurt someone, because some people pray to God, and when they cry, God counts every single drop of tear that has fallen from their eyes, because Romans 12 verses 19 says, "Don't take revenge, leave it for me, and I will treat them as they treated you." Be careful when you decide to hurt someone, because some people pray to God, and when they cry, God counts every single drop of tear that has fallen from their eyes, because Romans 12 verses 9.
Hello everybody, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Infinite, thank you. Oh, thank you, Delaney. Welcome in, everybody. I know I'm a little early, because we're going to be doing the guidance later on. I had to push back the guidance and stuff. I pushed it back just for, I don't know, like what, an hour, 45 minutes or something. I felt called to do a collective read. So I just felt the call to do a collective read. Hey, Star Lover, welcome in, you as well. I hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend. I'm going to say, I got like some good rest, and I don't know if people have been kind of like not able to sleep, and finally you're starting to feel like you're sleeping a little bit more, or you're going to be at the point where you're going to be sleeping a little bit more because your body like needs it, or you may be feeling like so overtired, and it's like your body is definitely needing some rest. But I will say, hey Angel Eyes, welcome in, honey. How are you? I felt called to do this because I didn't really remember my dream or anything like that. Like, I knew I dreamed or dreamt, whatever. I couldn't remember it. And then I got a real quick glimpse of the dream part. It was just a little part of the dream that I had, and it was about there was this part in my dream where I saw literally an all-white horse. All white, I mean, gorgeous, beautiful horse, and it's running alongside it was an old house that I lived in, and I saw it through the window, and I saw it through the side window, and then I happened to look and see it like just trotting through the back. But right behind it was the most beautiful, like entirely white unicorn. And even to the point to where like the actual like horn on the unicorn was white. It was like the most beautiful, like purest like unicorn that just kind of like galloped by. And I was like, wow, like so unique, you know, first off, unique to where like even in mythical depictions, you just never see an entire white unicorn, white hair, white tail, white, entirely white. And then with the horn itself also being white. And I thought, wow, that is like the most unique, most beautiful thing I've seen. And I was like stunned and shocked. I mean, even in my dream, I was stunned and shocked. And then I'm sitting, you know, here and I start thinking, you know, I'm like, man, I didn't remember my dream at all. Like, what the heck? And then all of a sudden, that image popped in my head. I was like, oh, I remember that. And just the memory of like the beauty of it and the uniqueness of it was just extraordinary. And so I got like this download that, you know, I needed to do a collective read because for whoever this is for, like you are not only very unique, very stunning and beautiful, you are just a rare type of breed, basically, almost mythical in nature. And whoever it's for, it's just like there's like this beauty or this light within you that is just, I don't know, it's just very unique. It's like you're a one of a kind almost, and maybe somebody or maybe a group of people sees you as like this one of a kind, beautiful, pure heart, pure soul, just extraordinary being. Right, yeah. And I was just like, so whoever this is for, you've got courage, you've got strength, you've got just a heart, a beautiful heart, a beautiful pure soul. And I'm getting like you've gone through so much, but yet you've not let the world turn you dark. You've not let the world shade you. You're just a rarity, and people see that it's just a rarity. And you are kind of like a once in a lifetime kind of thing, or being human, whatever. You were just like that once in a lifetime, like you see it and it's just like, wow. And it's not only a, you know, maybe a lesson, or it's not just, you know, a quick little thing. It's an experience. You know, just being in your presence, you have like this vibe to where it's just like an entire experience that you've just witnessed this amazing creature. And somebody may see you in that aspect. You are just this amazing creature, and it's stunning, it's beautiful, you know. And like I said, it's a rarity, so somebody sees you as like this hidden gem. But I'm tapping it. I don't know who this is for. I'm gonna say that I have no idea who this is for. It's almost like the hearts of the people that you touch, like they never forget. They never forget who or what you are, but they also never forget the experience and the feeling that you left them with or leave them with. So it's like anybody who comes into your presence, they get like this, I don't want to say a surge of energy, maybe in a sense, but it's more like you leave them feeling like they could be something. They could be better. They could do better. So now keep in mind with purity, some people may actually look at you and project. because of that pure essence, it may trigger other people. Say like the dark horse. It may trigger the dark horse to flee because they're just not, they're like, wow, it makes them look within at their own insecurities, their own doings, and to see, like, it's just, I don't want to say like they're like everybody else, but it's just, it makes them want to strive to be better in a way. Right, if you can inspire one person a day, because that one person you inspired, it's like a chain reaction. It's an effect, and then it just winds up going down. So just think about that as well. Yeah, exactly. Angel Eyes. It's just, you have that kind of persona about you. I'm going to be tapping into, I don't know who this is, like I said, but not only whoever this person represents, but the things that this person may have gone through, the struggles, the hardships, the pain. But yet each time whomever this person has gone through it, they still come out like on top. They are still grateful, thankful, not only to the universe, to God, to people in their past, people in their future. They're just, and they still give love. No matter what, they still give love, even through whatever these struggles that whomever this is have gone through. And I don't know who this is, but we'll also give some additional guidance as well. Okay, revolution. Whoever this is very revolutionary. You're not somebody who goes with the flow. You are here to cause waves, ripple effect. You are just somebody who creates change. You got breakthrough, like, yeah, you have like a different mindset on things, and you are meant to create change within the world by using your wisdom, your knowledge. But things that you've gone through, things could be like I'm getting like a little bit more smooth sailing, because you've gained the wisdom, you've gained the knowledge, you've went through things like other people may just not understand. Or maybe you've gone through so many things to where it's like you can relate on so many different levels to so many different people, because you've either went through something very similar, learned the similar lessons, and you're able to help give back. You're able to make them feel seen, make them feel like that they're cared for, that this world needs them. Because, I mean, as a collective, every person has a place in this world, is meant to do something within this world. And you have that ability, that innate ability to be able to connect with people in such a way, because you've gone through so much stuff. I mean, and I don't think it matters whether it is somebody who is old or whether it is somebody who is very young. Like, you can connect with, in the playful energy, with like a toddler or an infant. Like, you can just tap into that playful, loving energy. You may find that kids love you, babies love you, animals love you. And it's because you have this ability to be able to connect on such a deeper level. You could be an empath, who you feel the emotions of other people. Even if you personally didn't go through the exact same thing, like I said, you went through something very similar, and you could really tap in to exactly what that person went through. And you can feel their pain. feel those emotions. And you could really just connect on that level and be like, and make them feel seen. You know, because you may be somebody who sees right through the heart and soul of a person and understand why they are the way they are, why they behave the way that they behave. Now, just because you have an understanding, you also have discernment to where, you know, just because somebody may act shady or wrong or do things wrong, you don't negate the fact that maybe there's certain people or places or energies that don't belong around you, because you also don't want to taint your own energy or allow that to influence how you act and behave. But yet you have an understanding and a knowing of why that person behaves in such a way. And you can connect on that level. Now be careful, because, you know, some people can use that as like a form of a trauma bond, because they know that you can see them, they know that you can feel them, they know you understand, and you may feel like it's like you feel safe to this person, comforting, comfortable, but it's anchoring in a sense to where it's just like they're able to feel calm and at peace just being around you. And you've gained the wisdom of like all the stuff you've went through. You could have went through things growing up within your family. You know, maybe you've felt like you were an oddball out, or because of your ability to be able to emotionally understand and connect. Maybe when you were young, you may have like, I don't want to say it'd be a little bit rowdy. It's just during that time you weren't able to understand your emotions versus other people's emotions, and being able to understand which belonged to you, which didn't belong to you. So because of like being emotionally overwhelmed, it may have caused you to act out in certain ways, behave in certain ways, almost to the point where it was like too much energy, or like you just needed to exert so much energy as a child, or you just maybe even got to the point where you just became so introverted to where you just would rather have been alone instead of being around so many different energies, because you may have started to figure it out. The more people you're around, the more you start picking up on those energies, and to try to decipher what belongs to you versus what belongs to somebody else was difficult as a child. But as you've gotten older, you've been able to understand, why am I feeling it? Okay, this is not my energy. This is not like, dude, I was cool, you know, like 5 minutes ago. Why am I all of a sudden feeling this way? But you're meant to like shed light and help others. It's like you are this chain reaction. You are like the starting point to help others be able to see themselves, see their own actions and behaviors, and to help them heal and grow. You could be a Pisces, you could be a Pisces moon, Pisces in your Uranus, or you just this water energy. There's a lot of water here. Very emotional. Pisces could be very emotional as well. I don't know, I'm getting One Fish, Two Fish, the book, children's book, The Self. You're starting to come into knowing you, and you're tapping into the feelings of not just others, but it's starting, some of you, like, you may have felt like you've gone through just like these struggles and everything, but things are calming for you. It's like you may have this awakening or be going through this awakening. It's kind of like an aha moment of like a realization, like, these aren't my emotions. Like if you've gone through like the teenage things and it's like been trying to figure it out, you finally coming into a point where you figure out your emotions versus others, or you're figuring out the connection between you and other people. You're seeing things clearly, have an understanding, like I said, to where certain energies may want to try to trauma bond with you, and it's just because you have that type of energy. You're very passionate. Maybe you don't share that with the world, but you have this reputation that somebody sees you for, like I said, this unique person. They see things underneath the surface. You may not see it within yourself because you may be like, wow, you know, I figure out you know, people may see you as like this, they put you maybe kind of like on a pedestal in a way, and then they're like, I gotta knock that down because I can't have that up there, you know. But in reality, you could be like a very soothing, healing, down to earth type of soul. You see the healing here, and it's just like people see that within you. And so you got people who may want to come around you again and again and again. They're just enamored by you in a way, you know, because you may help them heal things like that are deep down within their own souls that they didn't realize, like, wow, okay, I didn't know that was there. And you, it's not that you purposely do it, it's just you being you. You being compassionate, understanding, and you tap into people to where they feel like they've never been understood before. It may have felt like they've always been alone. Nobody gets them. Nobody understands them. But yet with you, you have this ability to be able to not only express to them what it is that they're going through and how that they feel, because sometimes they may not be able to put into words their certain emotions and or why they've gone through certain things. You're able to put things in a different perspective to allow them to heal. And you may have people that come back around you, always asking for advice. Now, FYI, maybe not everybody takes your advice, and you're like, well, you know, I try to warn you, you know, because you don't want to see people go through those trials. You don't want people to have to suffer some sort of consequences. So you're somebody who, you're not going to sugarcoat it. You're going to speak the truth. You're going to let them know all aspects. And it's because you, in a very loving way, are trying to help guide them so they don't have to go through the struggles that they go through. But some people, you know, they're like, I'm going to see for myself. And then they wind up coming back and be like, damn, it happened exactly the way you said it was going to. And it's because you're able, because maybe you've gone through, again, something very similar. And you're like, look, I don't want you to fall, you know, I don't want you to go through this. I don't want you to be hurt. I know what it is that you're getting ready to do. I know what it is you're going through, you know, maybe not exactly, but I've been something very similar. And it's just like, wow, you know, you just have this ability. Maybe people may see you as like perfect, you know, because Virgo energy is like that perfection kind of thing. But you may not strive to be perfect. You are just you. I had a conversation last week. Like, you all look at me like I had 3 heads, and here we are. Oh, really? Yeah, it's just that energy of where you stand out from a crowd, where it's like, this one's just not like the others. And it's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just that other people may not have the capacity to be able to relate or empathize as much with somebody else as you do. They may not have gone through as many struggles as you have, or been able to handle it with grace, with dignity, with love and compassion, not only for yourself, but other people who may have also been involved as well. Or So you're able to kind of just, it is very much like a go with the flow kind of energy, but also protecting yourself and your energy in the same time. But you are somebody like this awaken, like the eye is like wide awake and watchful. You may have even just people around you. You've watched different struggles that they've gone through. And you know how things started, how things went in the middle, and then how things ended out. And you're like, look, I saw so-and-so go through like something very similar, almost to the T. And look, I'm going to tell you, it worked like this for them. This could be something that's, it's like you have this beautiful gift that could have been passed down through your lineage. They see you as a shining star. There could have been, I'm getting like, you were just a transformation. Some of you may be using this for like work, or you're needing to transform all that knowledge, all that information that you have gained all through your life to be able to, again, help others. And it could be through psychiatry, psychology. It could be through being a life coach. It could be through counseling, and I know that's just a specific. But even if, say, like you are a boss or a supervisor or something, and you know that somebody underneath of you is going through something very similar, you may be that kind of friend, or maybe not even friend, but you may be that kind of person who you understand what it is that they're going through. And you're there to help assist them, because you know a happy employee at work makes a happier work environment. And if you can help this person get through, then it's going to, the benefits are going to be rewarding to you, when they overcome this. So, and I'm just saying that it doesn't have to be psychiatrists, like, things like that. But even just in a position to where you have subordinates, people underneath of you. And it's going to help benefit you. So you could be like an entrepreneur who have employees underneath of you. And you know that happy employees are going to reap a higher reward for you. Oh, you are? Oh, awesome! Yeah, my daughter is getting ready to, well, she's a senior this year, but she is looking at going into psychiatry. She'll be applying for colleges soon, and she's looking at a psychiatry program, which there are so many different psychology programs, but psychiatry is something different. But she's trying to determine whether or not she wants to help kids, whether she wants to help adults, deciding like what her main focus of study is. So, and I'm proud of her. I'm proud of all my kids. I'll put it that way. But she also wants to do a degree in English because she wants to be an author as well. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to grab an oracle. And we're going to see what it is that this person or you need to hear. And this is from the I Am Queen oracle deck. And I feel like, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. I feel like you are in this very empowering energy. And queens in the deck are normally very nurturing, very caring and loving. They will stand on business when they need to. Because you think of the Queen of Swords energy, they're very fair. But still very, think of Queen of Cups, very loving, caring, nurturing energy. Queen of Wands, very passionate, just, like a very sexy energy about them. And then Queen of Pentacles, somebody who, can really boss the hell up. So you may be somebody who is really in this Empress energy, who, resonates with all four queens. Or maybe you've mastered all that. Maybe you've mastered the Empress energy and the Emperor energy. You've come into union with yourself, and now you are in like maybe this high priestess hierophant energy. So, but you have the number 7. Number 7 can resonate with you. You got Queen of Focused Action. So for some of you, it's like you've gained all this and now you're deciding to do something with it, you know? Number 7, I just saw pure essence. Number 8, you got Focused Action. The Queen of Focused Action knows how to get things done. She embodies the aspect of yourself that knows how to take charge and achieve your goals. And she is decisive, proactive, and driven by purpose. This queen is the side of you that thrives on productivity and accomplishment. She takes the lead, plans meticulously, and executes tasks with precision. What is your unique approach to focusing and taking action that reflects your strengths and preferences? Recognize the moments your Queen of Focused Action shows up at her best. Know that she lives in you and that you can bring her forward when needed. Her gifts are trust in the power of your Queen of Focused Action. She is there to help you plan and execute tasks effectively, bringing you closer to your goals. So bring her along and let her guide you toward growth and achievement. Take proactive steps to channel the energy of this queen into your areas of life that require movement and progress. Set clear goals, create actionable plans, and take deliberate steps toward achieving them. But remember that it's equally important to prioritize self-care and balance. Ensure that your actions align with your overall well-being and fulfillment, and that you're not neglecting your personal needs in the pursuit of your goals. Picasso vibes. It does kind of get, and you know what, actually that's kind of funny because my mom and I were discussing like artists. So maybe you're very, very creative. It doesn't even have to be creativity as far as painting, drawing, or, knitting or sewing, or baking. You could just be very creative with your words, which, like I said, creative stories, or I'm getting like somebody may have been making up creative stories about you. That just random. But it's like you're tapping into a very deep creative part of yourself, and you're putting that plan into action. You're forging your own path, what it is that you want to do, and you're actually taking action on doing that. Mixed media art, and that is, it's funny because we were talking about the artist, and I was like, yeah, I'm really not that much of a Picasso fan. Nothing against anybody who is. I'm just not as into abstract art. It's just kind of me. I like Renoir. I like, she was saying, of course, Thomas Kincaid is her favorite. And I'm like, I absolutely love Thomas Kincaid as well, don't get me wrong. But I like the depiction of real people, where you can look at it and you're like, you wonder the emotions that they were feeling, and what it is that they've gone through. You can create imagery or stories in your head about this painting or this, it's just, I don't know. I do like art. All right. Insali, a realist. I am. I mean, I like Monet. I really do. I like Monet too. I mean, even though it could be a little, it's kind of, I think my mom said, it looks blurry to me. I'm like, yeah, but I like that though too. Okay, you got divine justice. So whoever this is, this may be somebody who not only are they balanced, but they stand on, like, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. This person may understand, yes, there's a gray area, you know, but still you teeters on like what's right and wrong. And you know, this person may be somebody who you could be in the justice, you know, system or whatever, civil servant. But whoever this is, they're just very fair, very balanced. It says, you are a sovereign being, fully capable by directing your life with intention and clarity. Divine respects your power to choose, because they know that whomever this is going to do something for the right reasons. Not only for themselves, but what's for maybe the best of all, and make those decisions based upon that. You're divinely protected, whoever this is. Whoever this is very divinely protected. They may be somebody who is able to issue karma. I don't want to say issue it, but call upon justice in order to be able to balance things out. 444, a powerful boundary of angelic light surrounds you, shielding you from negativity and harm. You're held in the light of divine safety, assuring that you will fulfill your destined purpose. And you have love. If you've been worried about like some sort of union coming together, know that it's protected. But I'm getting like, if there is a twin flame, somebody may be exercising their own free will. So I don't know, maybe in going into another union, you may not be connecting with your person. That's just kind of random. But this person, they really protect what it is that they love. Or their loved ones are protected as well. Keep that in mind. But this person is very fair, very balanced. And even in their free will choices, they do things with love. They do things with, like I said, the highest good of all. There may be some sort of truth coming out. You got, is it your true purpose to It is your true purpose to love and be loved. For love is the divine force that connects all of creation. Whether you are seeking love or nurturing it, remember that it begins from within yourself. And then here you've got 222. So look out for those 444s. If you know those fours, if you've been seeing them, know it resonates. It's for you. And then 222 as well. You are stepping into a season. Why can't I read? I can read, you know. You are stepping into a season of unity where relationships are flourishing and mutual understanding is taking root. Expect reconciliations, shared purpose, and meaningful collaboration. So this person may, you know, it's like they work together with others to spread love. And I don't mean like in a very kind of like, okay, different kind of way, you know what I mean? But I mean like this person helps others unlock the love within themselves, but also is also very loving and caring to others, and allows other people to see that being loving and caring to others will also, that love will come back to them as well. Now, it's not going to be for, you know, you're going to deal with people who are cranky, you know, and it is what it is. But they have the understanding of like, okay, something's going on in their life that it, you know, whatever that reason is. But you have that understanding about different people. Even the crankiest person, you're like, okay, well, they're having a day. And you're able to kind of wonder like what made them kind of like cranky today. but you're able to kind of maybe, even with the crankiest, meanest ass person, you're still able to love and give them compassion. You may be stepping into a friend group or whatever, to where you are, it's like a interconnectedness, to where you are all just exuberating this, I don't want to say love energy, because people be like, ugh. But it's like you have this light within you, and it's like maybe finding your soul sisters, your soul brothers, who really do understand you on that kind of level. So you may be coming into like where you're finding your people. Didn't they do Middle Earth? Catalyst for... Right, like you are like that one person that creates change. And it may not even just be like within your own little domain. It's outside. It's worldwide that you wind up creating like this change. Duality. You're able to understand the two sides of people. You're able to see through people's masks. And really understand maybe why it is that they do what they do. Like you understand that there's a certain persona that people put out into the world versus what's truly going on within the depths of somebody's soul. You're able to help open people's heart chakras to allow them to not only love themselves but others as well, to give love and also to be able to receive love. And whomever this is, you see rough road, this person's gone through a lot of shit to get to where it is that they are. And now you're stepping into this energy of like, you know who you are and you're doing something with a passion. You could be like, you're burning down like the narratives people have, or even like the self-doubt that people have, that the power to not only create but to make effective changes is within themselves. And so, you know, you're creating a dynamic to where people are starting to be very passionate about what it is that they love. They're finding doors of opportunity being presented to themselves because you are helping people change, find their passions within, and be able to express that either creatively or back into the workplace or within their own family dynamic, or just getting back out there to, it could even just be finding love again. But it's like you are helping bring hope into the world and love, whereas people may have been like very self-deceiving, to where they limit themselves, to where they feel like they can't do anything for whatever reason. But you're there to help people open their eyes that yeah, you can. You are only holding yourself back because of preconceived notions, or because you've gone through things, or because somebody has told you something that maybe stuck in your head, and you are helping removing those blockages and barriers and allowing, well, you're not allowing, but they're finally allowing themselves to be more passionate about their own lives and the direction and the path that they want to go in, and to be able to succeed in whatever their true passion is. It's like you're giving people a new perspective and outlook on life. Where somebody could have been in the very depths of depression, but you've unlocked something within them to where now they have that hope again, and helping them pull themselves out of a very dark place. You're able to shine the light through the darkness and helping people see the pathway out. and see that they can pull themselves out of, from what seems like maybe the depths of hell. Yeah, we're all human, we do. And you know, even the best of us get like in a funk, I guess. But it's a matter of being able to pull yourself out of that and still be, you know, and whoever this is, they've been able to pull themselves out of that and still give love back. You got lost performative. You see, a lost performative is a belief that's stated as truth, but the source of authority behind it is missing. For example, if you catch yourself saying, it's wrong to put yourself first, pause and ask, says who? By questioning a belief's origins, you can reclaim authorship of your values and guiding principles. You know, you're helping people realize that if they themselves, internally, are not happy, loving within themselves, nobody else around them is going to be happy. So they're, you know, it could be like removing from situations, or they're like realizing like they deserve better than either what it is that they've been dealing with. You're opening people's eyes. Switch to success, that they can be successful. They can rise. They don't have to be stuck in some sort of mindset to where they feel like they can't be better. They can't do better. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Where it's like you're pulling people out of like a victim mentality and having them realize they are a survivor of all the circumstances they went through in their life, and that they can look at it with a different perspective and being like, yeah, you are strong, you are brave and courageous, you've gotten yourself or helped yourself heal from some of the worst shit, you know, that you've ever gone through in your life. And you can do this. You got to shift the focus. You're shifting their focus. You're making them change the perspective, not only of themselves, but the perspective of others. Change how you feel about a situation by shifting the focus in your mental representation. For example, if you're fixating on someone's criticism, imagine zooming out to include their supportive comments or kind gestures. Adjusting the focus broadens your perspective and reduces emotional bias. This is also giving like other people's criticism, you're realizing it's projection, and you're able to kind of look within and be like, okay, well, why are they projecting? What did they go through? And you're able to tap into that and understand it. You may be like, okay, yeah, they're projecting, you know, or you need to do this for some of you within yourself. You know, other people's opinions, thoughts, whatever, emotions of you, that's their opinions. That's why I always say, like, other people's opinions are not my damn business. Like, what do you think of you? You know, what does God think of you? What are you doing? You know, if you are doing good and you're doing amazing and not perfect, no one on this earth is perfect, then you start to realize, like, it's that other person, they got some shit going on. You're triggering them for whatever reason, and that's something that they need to heal from. You got then you're just like, okay, I'm not saying that you tolerate it. Don't ever tolerate disrespect, but you understand why they're doing what they're doing. Metaphor magic. You've got metaphors are used to bypass the analytical mind and speak directly to the unconscious mind. For example, if you're rushing your growth, remind yourself, like a tree, I grow from the inside out, rooting first, then reaching. Metaphors invite transformation without resistance. So many people are wanting things to come towards them, but yet it's like they may be manifesting like crazy, and they want change, like you want change. But in order to want something to change, you have to create that change within yourself, which allows yourself to heal, which allows yourself to attract the right changes in your life that you want. And so by creating the change within yourself, you are then creating change outside of your life as well. It's like as within, you know, so without, or so out, whatever. I don't know, however you say it. Then you have mental rehearsal. So this is changing your mental perspective. Maybe it's like you need to speak what, not just what you want or what you're wanting to manifest in, but it's more of like changing the narrative about yourself from within and actually speaking that out loud. Each time you rehearse a desired outcome in your mind, you reinforce neural pathways that support success. Later, when it counts, your body recalls what it's been practicing. What wires together. Use this to your advantage. So again, it's like you may have grown up where people like, or it's just one person or many people told you you're not good enough. You'll never be able to you do that. Or even it's like, even if it's a relationship, they might be like, oh yeah, that person's way out of your league. Be like, bitch, please. You know, I know what I got. I know, you know, I am the table. Not what I bring to the table. You know, I am the table, you know. Because I'm getting like, you can't sit with us because you're not like us. And you may have dealt with bullying. You may have dealt with people treating you like you're just a complete outsider. Well, honey, you are that person that others strive to be within and around you. You are the table that they're all freaking sitting at. And be like, no. You can't sit at my table. How's that? I just saw at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to put it here, nurturing. You're very nurturing, loving, caring. And you're stepping into your North Node, or you've already stepped into your North Node. You are change, or you're going through this change. You may be dealing with people around you who don't want to change, or they can't see the point in changing just because they're so very comfortable in their own little lives to where they don't want change. They like where they're at. But you are a disruptor. You tend to force people into change. Force people to figure out how to overcome obstacles. You got boundaries here where it's like, yeah, good news. Obstacles, okay. And you help guide them on their path. You may be like, where somebody is at a decision-making point and they're ready to just, they're ready to like go in one direction, but you know, like I said, that direction is not good for them. And these people, they may be stuck. Like, I can't cross the boundary. I can't get to where I'm going. I can't. Look, you know, I know I've always taught my kids, you know, and, you know, I got to give it to my ex-husband too. But, you know, we've always taught the kids, like, can't never did nothing. Literally. Like, what the hell did can't do? It keeps you stuck in a situation. It keeps you in a place where you can't experience what, you know, the good things. Even if it's bad, you know, it's still something that you've experienced that helped you grow, helped you become more knowledgeable of like what not to do. Be like, okay, well, let's not do that again. It was fun and all, but how about we just, no, not. And you're able to help, like, you're this wind. You could be like a breath of fresh air in a way, but it's like you're the wind of change. You help people or are helping people make better choices in their lives, making more of the right choice, and allowing them to receive the blessings that they're meant to receive. because they've decided to change something within. And because they're changing something within, they're receiving the blessings that they've been meant to receive, because you are allowing them to be able to, I don't want to say cross boundaries, because, you know, boundaries are maybe set for a reason. But if there's a blockage, the divine is like, no, don't go this way. And you're allowing people to see that a blockage is not always a bad thing. It's a redirection, allowing them to be able to go in a different direction to receive blessings that they had no idea that they were going to receive. And so you're allowing people to go with the flow. You're not allowing. Let me rephrase that. You are opening people's eyes to be able to go with the flow, trust in the universe, trust in divine guidance, and trust the fact that what they've gone through have helped them, put them in a position and into a pathway to be able to receive, rather than putting them into a pathway to where they're not going to be able to receive, where they feel like they're going to be stuck. Whoever this is has overcome a lot. They figured out a way to be able to get what it is that they wanted. And it may not be exactly, it may not be exactly what it is that they thought or where they thought they were going to be, but it is exactly where they needed to be, what they needed. And it puts them in a much better position to be truly happier than where they would have been if they would have went into a different direction. And you've got, signs. People are starting to pay more attention to divine guidance. Whoever this is, they're actually helping you to be able to pay attention to divine guidance. And they're taking that wisdom and they're following it. Or you're helping them understand, not everybody, shooting for the stars, naive. You're helping people realize their wishes are coming in. Maybe not exactly in the form that they wanted to, but they've got guidance. They need that trusting that it's coming in. And when, people are like, they're wanting to finally reach for the stars. They're wanting to shoot for those goals. Now keep in mind, the goals that you may have set in mind for yourself, it may not be what's best for your outcome, where you're meant to be. But yet you're going to trust in the fact to be like, okay, if it's not exactly this, I know I have something better coming towards me. Which means you're going to go with the flow. You're going to be like, all right, I might have something better. So which means God's got me. Like, you bringing me better? So you mean you're not going to give me that $1,500 that I need, that $12,000, I don't know why I'm saying like random numbers, that I need? And then instead of throwing a fit or a tantrum about it, it's like, all right, the universe is going to reward you. Be like, all right, well, I'm thankful that you didn't give me the $1,500 I need, but, and I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong, because apparently there's a reason why you didn't. I'm trusting in the universe to help take care of me and what I've been wanting. And then the universe is going to be like, good, that's what I wanted, because now here's $1 million. And it's like, what? So you're only expecting $1,500. You're only expecting $12,000. But they're like, no, I got something better for you. So let's not. And where most people would throw a tantrum, throw a fit, and be like, why isn't the universe answering me? Why isn't God answering my prayers? And da-da-da-da. And you're like throwing a temper tantrum about it. And where it's like, all right, you want to sit there and throw a temper tantrum? I ain't giving you shit. Or be like, okay, you just want the $1,500. That's it. That's all you want. And you're not grateful for the fact that I didn't give just that amount to you. And be like, okay, all right. They may give you the $1,500 and that's all you get. But instead, you're grateful. Okay, well, I didn't get this, and there's a reason for it. All right, God, I don't know, whatever the reason is, I'm trusting in your path and your plan for me. And it's like, You trust me? You trust me? Yes, I trust you. All right, here you go. There's your $1 million. And you're going to be like, damn, like, I didn't, like, it's more, so much more than what you wanted and expected. That could even be in a relationship. You just have, like, these certain criteria, but God's like, no. And you're like, maybe this person fits, like, all those boxes. And God's like, no. You don't want that one. I'm telling you, there's a blockage and boundary for a reason. You don't want that one. Why? I want it. And God's like, no. That's why people always say, be careful what you wish for. What you're throwing a temper tantrum about, because it's not coming to you. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you that person, and you're going to live the life, but it may be like a not so great life. And you're like, oh, God, yeah, I know I wanted this, but, you know, can't they be this, and this too? You know, God's like, well, I tried to tell you, you know, you didn't want to listen. That's what you wanted. You'd be like, okay. And then, so that's a lesson. So if there's a blockage or a boundary put in place with, it could be a job, you know, a move, a location, or, you know, like where you're currently at, and it's like constant fighting and obstacles, or if there's whatever it is, be grateful. Because you know that barrier, that boundary is put there for a reason, and it's because there's something better. And then when it comes in, it's going to be like unimaginable. You'll be like, oh my gosh, thank God. It's something you're going to be like, I don't know. But whoever this is, you may have given back to the community, given back more and more of your time, your energy, space, but you've done it with love, without the expectation of receiving anything in return. And the universe is going to be rewarding you for that. You got to trust your feelings. You're unique. You've trusted in yourself. You forged your own path. You're going to be receiving. Some of you, maybe it may be a wish fulfillment coming your way. But I'm getting it's going to be, depending on how you've behaved and acted and etc., it's going to be a whole much more. Yeah. Like, let go. Let go of your expectations of what's coming towards you, where there's hope. Letting something go, letting go of expectations. Yes, manifesting what it is that you want. Be like, God, I want this. You know, and that's just minimum, Lord, of what I want. But I know you have something better for me. The universe has some. So let go of the expectations of the exact, maybe vision that you have in your head, because you may be limiting yourself. But yet have hope that the universe is going to bring you exactly what it is that you need. And then beauty, because you have something absolutely wonderful coming towards you. You got where there's hope. Don't believe that past defeats or disappointments will keep you from succeeding. True success grows from the lessons. A hopeful heart never gives up. So continue to have hope. Let go of negative people and toxic beliefs. Your time on earth is precious. Invest it wisely and be mindful of who you spend time with. You don't need anyone's approval to pursue and fulfill your purpose. Embrace your unique journey and trust that it's leading you to where you want to go. You're never, and this is for my unicorn, my one of a kinds out there, my enigmas. You were never meant to fit in. You were born to be wild and free force of nature, here to build new and better worlds. Allow yourself to go and do that. Trust your feelings. You're unique. What I say? Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. And behold, beauty. You are beauty not only within, not only exterior, but within. So your shine is just illuminating to the world right now. I mean, you're shining brighter and brighter and brighter. When you insist that the world is hostile and others are your enemies, don't be surprised that it is so. Self-fulfilling prophecies fortunately work both ways. Change your perspective. Alright, you got because I'm happy. You got happiness coming to you. Intuition is right. Well, I'm sorry, I'm like not engaging as much into the chat. I'm just like tapped in I don't know, Aquarius. What did I do? 6 years. Healing that until someone guided me in healing. Yeah. Healing's no fun. It really isn't. You know, especially going through that dark night of the soul. It's like, it really does feel like you're pulling yourself out of hell. But you come out the other end, like feeling good. Okay. Now, some of you're refusing to listen to some sort of signs, or you've dealt with people, of course, who refuse to listen with your, like, they may come to you asking for assistance, guidance, but they refuse to listen to you. Now, for some of you, you may be refusing to listen to the universe, or you're refusing to listen to emotions and feelings of others. You got encourage active listening and express your need to be heard and understood. You see the connection here? It's active listening. You may, whoever this is, you may have dealt with people where you shared your emotions, your feelings, and etc., but they never cared. You know, or you feel like they just never cared, or they were never able to understand again. Or they just were so self-absorbent into their own shit. Like, they literally just didn't care. And you may have done this where you've expressed your emotions in relationships, but the partner just didn't care. You got possessive. You may have dealt with people who are just controlling, possessive people, even to the point of, like, maybe physically abusing. So whomever this is they may have come out of some sort of mental, emotional, physical abuse, and you've come out on top to be able to tell the story. And, you know, you are strong, and people may see you as being like a very strong individual because you've gone through, you know, abusive things, but yet you still show compassion and caring to others, threatening to leave. You've dealt with maybe people who have, like, if you don't behave or act in a certain way, they threaten to leave you. You know, it could have triggered abandonment issues or whatever within you. Or it could have created some sort of abandonment issues within you, but you've, like, may have healed from that. But people are just like, yeah. Or this could be something you're currently going through. Stand firm in your value and refuse to accept manipulative threats. Stability comes from mutual respect. You got financial control. You could have, you know, dealt with somebody who's tried to control you financially. Withdraw or withhold funds that maybe you relied on for, you know, taking care of you. Or if you had kids, taking care of your kids. Or taking care of whatever. Or it's like maybe you were somebody who you paid everything, but yet the other party, you know, was free loving with their money, you know, and only would give it to you, you know, to assist and help with, I don't know, maybe you needed a new pair of shoes, or you needed toiletries, or whatever. And it was like, it had to be a legitimate so-called reason. You weren't able to just be able to go out and get what it is that you want or what it is that you needed, but yet you were the one holding the fort down. You got public humiliation. Assert your boundaries and demand respect. Respectful treatment both in private and in public. So you could have been dealing with somebody or have dealt with somebody who tried to publicly humiliate you. It could have been through like a ritual, gang stalking, you know, things like that. And you've overcome that. You've not allowed that to affect you in certain ways. Like, I mean, it could just be you know, your character, attacking your character and who you are. But yet you've been graceful and tactful and been like, you know what, but you could have gone through this and overcome it. Lack of support. There could have been somebody, you know, that has tried to, or you've dealt with, I'm getting like a very, a situation where maybe like you could have been married, or even just like if you're with a partner, they don't want you to have outside people to turn to for any kind of like just talking to. They don't want you to have friends. They don't even want you to turn to your family. They want you to solely rely on them. So they will talk negatively about your family, talk negatively about your friends, and be like, I don't want them here. And any time that you're around friends, or you go out with friends, or you go to family, or talk to them, it creates some sort of animosity. Like that person cannot stand it that you give your attention to family, to friends, could even be your own kids. That person would just be triggered and get jealous because of it, because they want sole attention on them, and if they don't get it, it could cause some sort of I don't know, in some situation it could be physical, or they're just mentally telling you you're not good enough. I don't know why you hang out with them. I don't know why you do this. Like, it just, why do you dress like that? Why do you do this? You know, things like that. Like, you may dress up and to make yourself feel good or look good, and they're like, why? Or you may feel like, I don't know, look, I'm gonna tell you, yoga pants and a t-shirt, hell yeah. But no, I'm kidding, like with no bra, women, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, it is comfortable. And you may be around like the house, cleaning the house in your yoga pants and, you know, just freaking t-shirt. And they're like, why don't you dress up? Or you may be like in a t-shirt and jeans going out to, I don't know, go shopping or do this. Why don't you dress up? But yet the moment you do dress up, they may call you names, or they're going to cause some sort of issues. Why? Because then maybe somebody inadvertently looked at you while you're walking by, and they're like, oh, hell no. Why did you wear that? And, you know, like, that makes you look a certain way. You know, whether it makes you, yeah, they could be like, it makes your butt look big. It makes you, you know, da-da-da. And it's like, gives you self-confidence issues. But what they're doing is they're trying to create a barrier between you and anybody else that you've loved. They could have been like spreading rumors in order to where people are like, they don't want to hang out with you because they're like, wow, I really didn't know that. But yeah, it's all just a bunch of bullshit. You got criticizing appearance. You know, maybe you've had kids, you've gained, you know, not been able to lose the baby weight, or maybe you got a baby pooch. Some of us, it's hell trying to get rid of that little baby pooch. You know what I'm talking about? But you got embrace your own beauty and seek validation within yourself. You're perfect just as you are. So you could have a partner, they've overcome this because you're self-loving, you're ignoring emotional needs. You've dealt with somebody who just, again, with that refusing to listen, what it is that you mentally, emotionally needed. You could have been like, look, I need you to tell me you love me. I need you to be able to communicate with me. Let me know your life. Let me know you're okay, you know. But I don't need to be like, I'm not saying like you need to be up each other's ass, because that's like but at least I know like you're cool. You know, you're okay. I don't have to rely on it. Like, but you've got somebody who is like, maybe they're like, all right, I need you to be a little bit more physically loving to me, you know. I want that connectedness, that closeness. But yet that person is like, I got things to do. Maybe later, and then later never comes. I need to talk to you. I really want to talk to you about how I'm feeling, and you know, it's not real. I ain't got time for this. I got shit to do. Or I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Can we talk about it tomorrow? And then tomorrow never comes. You know, and then you're left feeling all the emotional burden. You got gaslighting. This person could have, like, just definitely lied to you. You've gone through, some of you have gone through all this shit where, like, you know something, and they're just lying straight to your face. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to manipulate your mind to where you think something else occurred, but that didn't occur. And it starts making you question your own reality. Did I hear that wrong? I thought I did say that. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just thought it and didn't say it. You know, but it's questioning your own reality when in fact you may have, you know, I'm getting like, maybe you told somebody something and they're like, you never said that. Like this and this and this happened. You never said that. And it's got you like questioning. Like, did I? Didn't I? I thought or maybe you did something. I thought I did do that. Maybe I didn't. I don't. Or they're like, you didn't do something. You're like, yeah, I did. No, you didn't. Yeah, I did, like 2 days ago. You know, and they're like, no. You did that like 2 months ago, and then it's got you like, what? It's not been that long, has it? No, it was only like a few days ago. Maybe it was last week, because you start questioning, okay, well, maybe it was like last week I did? I don't know, maybe it was 2 months ago. So then it's got you really questioning. But it's mind control, mind manipulation. And then let's see, what else could this person have dealt with? Oh, okay. Using love as a weapon. So it's like they will give you so much love just to get what they want. And if you don't behave or do what it is that they want, or act how they want you to act, or things like that, they're going to withdraw their time, their attention, their compliments or whatever that they normally try to lure you in. They're going to withhold all that. They're going to ignore you. They're going to stay away from, they could stay away from the house. They could just, be like, oh, no. No. And then you've got withholding, withholding affection. It's like, because you've acted a certain way, I'm not going to give you any of the love languages, physical touch, intimacy by talking, or just even the bare minimum needs, like, no, you don't need that, or you don't need that, or it's just acts of service. They're no longer going to do certain things for you. They're no longer going to act a certain way. They're no longer going to treat you with the respect and the kindness. Yeah. Some of you, I'm getting like, it could have gotten down where a person was it could be physical violence. But yet the gaslighting would be to the friends and family. They lied. Oh, I never did that. No, he or she's just making things up, and it's like, yeah, no. They could have even gotten to the point where they've literally tried to take you out. No, I didn't. And it's because it's like your word against theirs, right? And they think if they jump ahead of the game, again with that public humiliation, then they can create a narrative for their own story and make themselves look like they're so much better. Like, no, they would never do that. Like, it's just a crazy dude or crazy chick just making a bunch of shit up. When in fact, they know exactly the crap. It's just a matter of just trying to control a story or narrative. The universe is giving you a hug. You've overcome so much, whoever this is. You've healed, or maybe even healing. It's just, The universe is giving you a hug. Feel the universe wrap you in an embrace of unconditional love. Let this energy of warmth and acceptance restore and uplift your spirit. So if you've gone through this or you're currently going through this, know that the universe is giving you a big old hug. They know what you've gone through. You got divine warmth, universal love, embracing energy. Yeah, you know what, and that's the thing, is like, they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly who they are, but they may not, but they don't want the world to see them in that light. It's, whereas you have people on the other end of the spectrum who they're like, good, bad, ugly, like, I don't care, you know, I am who I am, to where it's like, I'm not perfect. And you have those people who accept themselves and like accept accountability for actions, but yeah, you have somebody else who they don't want to face that. They don't want to look within. They don't want to see their own toxicities. And so they will try to create a different narrative because they want themselves to look like they're in a better light. Whereas, you know, maybe another person is like, okay, you're going to see me how you want to see me. Good, bad, and ugly. You know, it is what it is. You're not going to try to hide your authenticity or your truth, because you are who you are. You've went through all that shit I just pulled out there. You went through all that, you know, and you yourself may not be perfect because maybe you didn't communicate clearly. Maybe you didn't always listen. Maybe you got tired of doing certain things and you're like, I'm done, you know, and or you've allowed certain situations to happen. And so, you know, but in the same sense, you've learned. You got boundless love. Love is an infinite force. Let it nourish your soul and spread it to the world. Some of you got incoming love towards you, or the universe is trying to bring in some sort of either a loving connection towards you with, whether it's friend, family, it could even be an animal, with unconditional love. You know, it could be whatever, but it's bringing that in towards you. And it's going to help nourish your soul and expand your heart space as well. Circle of life. This is kind of given like the Wheel of Fortune, like cycles closing out on something. Life cycles, rebirth, wisdom, infinite continuity. Every phase of life has its purpose. So some of you, this phase of your life is closing out. You know, we always say cycle, this phase is closing out. And you're moving into a new phase of life to where you're going to be happier. Embrace the rhythm of cycles to find peace and insight. And you've got universal harmony. You could be working, like co-creating with the universe. When you find harmony within, the universe resonates with you, creating miraculous calm and peace. So your balance is being restored to you, peace, resonance. And then you've got spirit circle. What did I say? Your soul fam. Maybe meeting like your soul fam. Your soul is connected to a circle of spirits. Together you share a mission that unites your hearts across time and space. Now, I'm going to tap into this because we're going to tap in. I kind of jumped the gun on that, but we're going to tap into maybe what this person has gone through. A snake event, right? All right, what time is it? What this person's gone through, or who they've dealt with in their life, what they've gone through, etc. Trash. You could have had somebody who tried to make you feel like trash, made you feel like less than, not worthy, tossed you to the side and just made you feel like garbage. Or talked to you like trash because they were insecure. They could have tried to target your insecurities or things that they know. It's like they knew the right buttons to push to try to make you feel a certain way. Make you feel less than. This could be something you're going through. And you got somebody maybe watching to see if whatever it is that they're doing to you is actually putting you in some sort of like crappy feeling or putting you into some sort of darkness. They're hoping whatever it is going to work. You're being guided to be cautious, or maybe you've been cautious because you know like what people were doing or a certain person was doing. You could have dealt with somebody who cheated on you. You could have been the person who cheated as well. I mean, or flip it, switch it. Or you got somebody who may have been like, oh yeah, this person's a cheater. And they talk to you just like freaking garbage or trash. Or I'm getting like, you may have gotten rid of somebody who was a cheater. It's like tossing out the trash. But you need to be very careful, because you may be dealing with somebody who's got like a watchful eye on you. Okay, for some of you, they could be like, oh yeah, this person's a drug addict, or they're a drinker or whatever. Just be careful. I would stay away from this person if I were you. They're a cheater. They're doing the drugs. They're doing this. They're doing that. And they don't love themselves. They don't take care of themselves. They don't do this. This person is just complete freaking trash. I would like never again. When in fact, this person may be like watching and spying on that person to see if they're going to move on. And it's really because maybe they got kicked to the curb because they treated you like trash. And they're watching, spying, seeing if you are maybe moving on with somebody. I'm getting, they could even say with the like prescription, like maybe they've got like some sort of disease or a syndrome. I don't know. I'm getting one of the syndromes. It could be any kind of thing. It could be like, they could say they have some sort of addictions, or they say that you could have dealt with somebody saying that you have some sort of a disability, or it could be any other disability, but they're making it sound like a very negative thing. Maybe like somebody's gone through some sort of mental health. Say like they're coming out of, say like the dark night of the soul or something, and you know they're healing, or they're going through some sort of healing. You could have gone through depression, or you could have gone through some, but they're making it seem like, oh my gosh, like ugh, like do you know that they had depression, or they got anxiety, or they got like rando kind of things, like I don't know, they could bipolar, or they could be like schizophrenic, which you know people, you know, everything is like taboo to this person or these people. It's like, oh my gosh, did you know that, I don't know, maybe 50 years ago they went through a bout of depression and they had to take medication for it? And it's like trashing your name, but you put into like, yeah, you don't care. You're putting like, you don't care, and it's, you're putting an end to whatever it is that they're saying they're doing, because they're toxic people or a person. Be careful, because somebody may get pissed off. You could have somebody who would try to get you fired from work. Which again, that is also, that's not only controlling your money, like financial control, but that's also, what was it? It's like financial control, but it's also, it's separating you from a support system, because you could have like people at work that you rely on and, you know, it's support. So you could have a person, a specific person, or you know, a group or whatever, who's trying to target you at work, try to get you fired. cause some sort of financial loss. You got tantric sex. You got somebody, it could even be this person, who, like, they're thinking about the memories. Like, if you were with this person, they're thinking about intimate times with you. Or there may be some sort of discussion. I don't know. I'm getting like, maybe this person was like, oh God. Like, they just your sexual habits, your routines, the things that you do. They could even be saying that, I don't know, you get paid for sex, or you do. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, but they making shit up. Or somebody's going to be upset because maybe they found out that you were with somebody else. Ooh. They could be lying, saying you got some sort of STD just to cause some sort of conflict. What the shit? And it's all a tactic to stop and block somebody from moving on or moving forward. You got somebody watching you, causing shit. Or they could be trying to catch you slipping up. And they're pissed because they can't. Or somebody's going to wind up finding out that they caught something. They're going to try and blame somebody else for it, when in fact, they know exactly where they got it, whatever from. It's going to cause some sort of despite or argument. They're going to try and blame it on somebody. But the thing is there may be some sort of evidence that comes out and be like, yeah, no, this person don't have whatever it is that you're saying that they have. So where'd you get it from? Oh, damn. Somebody's listening to their intuition. Somebody, it's like they also like understand emotions. You got somebody who is like wise, hip. Let me see. Trying to cause you. Some of you could be going through a repossession. Oh yeah, getting played, or maybe they try to pay. Could be like a lot of people. Even like even if it wasn't financially, they could have done it, but through other means, making some sort of promises. You scratch my back, I'm gonna scratch your back. Some of you, it could have been through money. Some of you, it could have been through sexual favors. Some of you, it's just, I don't know, but it's getting like this person. It's either like this, it's played out, like, alright, it's so freaking played out, like the shit that you're trying to like do, alright, and somebody is like become wise to this, and it's all because there are somebody maybe finding out the reason why they're doing this is because of money, because they are put into a financial position to where they can't take care of something. So maybe like somebody's car's getting repoed, home's getting repoed, or just their bank account is being just drained, or somebody's wising up that maybe somebody stole from them, or this could be like what you've gone through, but somebody's getting caught. See the strings? But there could be somebody behind the scenes as well who's trying to create some sort of chaos or havoc into your life just in order to cause you to financially to be in financial ruin. This person, like, or group, is like not wanting you to succeed. But you have fought for everything that you've ever obtained in your life, and may have always felt like it was a constant battle for you to always be in this energy of fighting. Because you're not somebody who just backs down from the fight. You keep getting back up. You fight for what it is that you love. And now remember, what's yours is yours. You know? And it could be, it doesn't matter. It could be in the workforce. You could have gotten fired from a job that you absolutely love doing, and you could be suing maybe a company or a manager or a person for I'm getting like false testimony or some sort of lies or deception. Or maybe like you've got somebody who just a false testimony. You may have somebody who's trying to say, no, that's not what happened. That's not what went down. They're lying. And it's like, yeah, no. For some of you, you may be dealing with somebody who is trying to speak out, but it's just a bunch of lies, a bunch of deception. Whereas you have the other person who's like, yeah, that person's a freaking liar. It's like almost like a, I don't know why I'm getting like War of the Roses. Like there's that movie. I don't know, you could be somebody who's in the spotlight, who's dealt with this shit or is dealing with it. Or this is what this person's overcome. What else? You could be like this person who's overcome all this, and like I said towards the beginning, like you're that light, you're that beacon, where it's like this person's gone through so much shit. They've gone through this, and this, and you're giving other people like that hope. Like, okay, they've gone through it, they've healed from it. I can do that. All right, you got watching, spying. Somebody who's like constantly spying on you. I'm also getting a target. They could have made you, they targeted you. Because why? Because they wanted to be with you. I'm going to put this here. Soulmates. And this could have been like the past. Now for some of you, you may have like a past person coming in that's been like a lifetime from past life. And you got somebody watching, waiting for, whether it's going to come in or not for you. Or it could be you stepping into your power as well. It's like you're finally stepping into your destined path. And you got somebody watching because it may have tried to stop and block you. You're stable. You're good. Balancing. You're free. You've broken free of it. You're attracting somebody or opportunities in towards you because you're showing gratitude towards the universe. Again, with this watchful energy, somebody could be trying to control, or you're actually pretty balanced. You keep yourself grounded. You keep your emotions cool. I'm not saying you don't think about things, you don't work through them, and yes, it could make you a bit emotional at times, but for the most part, you don't lash out, you just chill, you kind of take things the way it goes, and it's because you're in your North Node. Illusions. You have somebody who's trying to create some sort of illusions for you. This person could have, again, some sort of addictions. Yeah. There's the puppets here, again, energy. Somebody trying to control your mind or create some sort of illusions for you, or they're trying to play by their rules, play by their game, and you're like, yeah, no, I'm not playing your game. Some of you, it's like mind control. They could be trying to do that, but you're starting over. You may block people or block someone who may have been trying to control your life, control your movements, and they're being eclipsed, blocked out of your life. And whatever they wanted for you, it's going to wind up happening to them. They could have already went through this. They could have already felt it, or they're getting ready to. And this could have been something that's been going on since the spring, but all illusions are clearing up. You're blooming, you're blossoming, you're growing. Maybe you've started doing this since the spring. You've had somebody who's trying to confuse you about what path you're meant to take, where you're meant to go, what you're meant to do, either in life or whatever it is. But regardless, you are still blossoming. You're still blooming. You're still feel good, look good, doing the right thing. You're grounded. Get it, get it, get it. All right. Emotionally, what did you go through? You could have went through experienced many deaths in your life and have had to heal from those as well. And some, may have been a very close friend or family member that you've gone through and you've healed from those. Be careful. You may be receiving some sort of news that may shake you up a little bit. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Deal with some sort of ex. Okay, I'm getting one of two ways. Either one, they're trying to claim that their ex is psycho, and that person's like not. They're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. But for some of you, you may have actually dealt with like somebody who is completely obsessed, won't let you go, stalking you, watching you. It totally gives me that Norbit energy. You could have been in a union with this person, meaning like either married, could be common law marriage, it could be engaged, or you could have like lived together. This is one of those. I'm like one of those. Yeah, they're not happy. Some of you, they were maybe watching you get together with somebody else, and it's going to cause this person to like flip a switch. They might go actually wackadoo. You got workplace affair. This could be, you could be meeting somebody at work. Okay, for some of you, you may have really? Interesting. You've got somebody in your past. Oh, I know this is probably very specific. That's what I'm getting. It's like very, okay. You have an ex, or this may have been what you've dealt with, who could be watching you or have watched you from secret accounts. Or communicated behind the scenes, or somebody was hiding some sort of communication with an ex. Well, they were claiming that this person is crazy or psycho, or they just won't let go or whatever. Something about engagement, but they're watching. Somebody is watching you from behind the scenes. This person wasn't happy. Something about cheating with somebody at the workplace, and they're seeing the truth. Oh, somebody's finding out the truth that somebody cheated on their partner. Oh, somebody from work. And somebody now feels like a dumbass because there may have been, like they were talking about, a previous ex, but in fact, somebody may have cheated. It could be like comparison as well. There's like a marriage coming to an end over somebody cheating, or an illusion of somebody cheating. Somebody's seeing some sort of truth and they feel like a dumbass. Maybe they thought that their partner was cheating when in fact that they weren't. It created some sort of separation. Somebody could be calling off an engagement, going through divorce. Oh, very controlling person. You may move on, let go. You're like, you're healed and you're just like, peace, I'm out. But yet, molding. Somebody is molding. No, hold on. Here, 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 here. Somebody feels like a dumbass for not seeing the truth. Or for fabricating. Oh. Feelings. Somebody could have caught the feelings for a sneaky link. Oh my. It's like you got, oh crapola. What the shit? Okay. You got a marriage. I'm getting 4 people involved. It's like his side, her side, or, you know, if it's, you know, somebody in masculine, feminine. But then each person had somebody on the side. Or there was an illusion that one person, oh goodness, oh my word. Okay, they thought that the other person had somebody on the side or was carrying on some sort of freaking affair on the side. And so that like put them all up in their head and was like, well, fine, but they can do it, I can do it too, kind of thing. And so they go out, they go do their thing, wind up getting a workplace. Could have been with somebody from work. They wind up sleeping with that person, and then gets that workplace affair ends because somebody may have gotten some sort of news that's it's like that other person didn't actually cheat on them. They were actually faithful. And so now that person's kicking themselves in the ass. They're feeling like a dumbass for believing some sort of narrative. Or it's even could have been like a self-narrative. Like, you may have thought maybe, like, oh, she is cheating on me with, like, an ex. And it's like, no. They didn't. You wind up finding out, like, no, they didn't. Now you're feeling like an absolute jackass, dumbass, because you thought that she was cheating, and it's like, oh, son of a bitch. And you just entirely, it's like F-A, and you about to F-O. Because now you got to come forth. However, there could be the partner, whoever this workplace affair person is, could be like wanting to get back with that person. Like they actually had feelings, they actually fell for this person. Oh Lord, lordy. And they figured like it was a wish fulfillment coming in. Oh Lord. But you know what? I'm getting like it was meant to kind of happen because maybe this person was supposed to move towards this person. Because again, they like check all the boxes plus some. Instead of dealing with somebody who is, ooh. But here it's like somebody like stepped out. It's just like it was just a pure sexual thing. May have been what initially they wanted, but they caught feelings for this person. Oh my gosh. What the hell? You got yourselves in a stupor, didn't you? Because because one person assumed, and now they feel like a dumbass. Ooh, they could have, like, there could be some sort of evidence. They get caught by doing this. Ooh. Oh my God, you could have had the person who was like, oh no, what the hell, y'all? Who am I? Whose life is this? It's like, the sneaky link or the third party is now wanting to come in and actually, like, propose. Oh my gosh. What? What? Or it could be like the other person was like, fine. Look, you didn't want to believe me before, and look, you're FA and FO, and now that person, you could be going through like a separation, a divorce, or whatever, and they're going to be moving on and finding their match, the person that they're meant to be. You'll send them away. It's so like, what? Like, and it's wish fulfillment. Good Lord. Somebody ain't happy about something. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Think account somebody is watching. Oh. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny. It was just the absurdity to me, where it's like, what? Oh. There could have been lies saying that somebody actually had cheated on them with somebody from work, when in fact it didn't. It could have been like, I don't know, like a close family member or a friend who they thought was their friend but is not. You could have a shady AF freaking I'm gonna say mother-in-law. Could be father-in-law. I'm gonna say mother-in-law. Who freaking could have lied and said that your person was cheating on you with, and I'm saying like told their own kid that their person was cheating on them with somebody else, but that mofo was a lying SOB, and you don't find out until way after the fact that that person lied big time, and they just trusted the wrong one. But that would, you could have been like, you know what? You dodged that shit. Because apparently it was an abusive situation with either the in-laws. But with that controlling the my way, it could have been, you just dodged a whole lot of shit. You got out of some sort of abuse, or maybe this person, maybe the whole damn family was toxic. Oh. Get the hell out of Dodge on that one. And they moved on to somebody else. Alright, you got creativity. They got married to somebody else and then wind up finding out that their partner actually didn't cheat. I'm not trying to laugh. That does kind of hit close to home. It's not funny. But look, they learn. They figure it out, don't they? Later on, that person, oh, no, they didn't cheat. Oh, damn. What the fudge? What was I thinking? Really? My own mama or my own daddy or my own stepdaddy gonna lie to me about some shit? What? Of course they would. You got some wolf. Creativity, ego. Her ego. Oh, somebody's butt hurt. Their ego is hurt because you left them. Steal your ideas. You got somebody stealing your ideas, copying your work. They just feed off of you. Whatever attention you give them, they want all eyes on them. You're like, you block them. Please stop. Please, just leave me be. You're blocking negativity. Escaping crazy people. When I say you're... But this person, whoever this is, like, they're protected by all haters around them. And you're just like... They're hating on your spirituality. You're blocking all negativity. You're like... And your archangels, your guardian angels are all protecting you. They hate on your spirituality. They hate your... Right there, what's that say? Lights. Hate your magic, hate your power. So at the beginning, you're full of lights. You know, they hate your lights. They can't stand it. That you've overcome bullshit. And it's like they're trying to think of creative ways to be able to, like, they're looking, look, what you doing? What are they up to? And you're just like, yeah, no. You may have this person blocked. They could be trying to spiritually spy on you as well. I feel like, bitch, please get up out of my energy. That's not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. Y'all, if you've gone through this shit, like, you know, like, it's not funny, but it's kind of like, why? Ego, jealousy, they don't like your light, you shine shit on their insecurities, their own bad habits. Oh, yeah, if y'all really knew my story, oh my gosh, let me tell you. 173, yeah, you're on your own, forging your own path, doing your own thing, without help from anyone. Maybe you've rebuilt party animal, life of the party. You may be a social butterfly. You got finesse, mechanical. Mechanical kind of gives me doing things by the book, for some of you. But here, in this because I'm getting, it's a little bit different. It's like doing things by the book, handling things with care, and celebrating. That's what I'm getting for here. However, if we go by the cards, and what the cards say is the life of the party, social butterfly. So somebody who wants to be like, or is in that party scene, in the streets, having more fun and abundance. They feel like that they're on top. They feel like they're winning. But it's a manipulator or trickster, a smooth operator. And then who's thinking of certain ways to be able to try and stop and block your path. Thinking all logically and without emotion. I'm getting like... This could also be, it's like the trickster or manipulator. It's like you've like, somebody could have been playing games and they outplayed their hand in a way, or it's like you may have seen like clockwork. It's like you've seen shit go down and you knew how it was going to play out. You let things play out the way that they were meant to play out, and now you're seeing those things come to fruition because you knew exactly what they were going to do way ahead of time. You just had to let it play out, and somebody may feel it's like the player got played. So you dodged like all kinds of whatever coming towards you. You're still like living your life. You're still doing your thing. Hey, Dan. All right, I see ya. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Lisa. Hey, gun guy. How are you? I know I'm like a little bit like... We're almost done. We're almost done. We're going to do this. All right, promiscuous. You've dealt with, definitely you've dealt with cheaters in your life. Maybe somebody who may have cheated on you multiple times. They could have like hid their phone from you, changed passwords. out of this world, nothing like they've seen before. Oh, my left ear is ringing. Your ancestors have guided you out of situations. They're proud of you. But you've had, like, help, you know, from your ancestors, your spirit guides. You've had help from God to help you heal from all this. And maybe somebody sees you as kind of like out of this world. Cancel you. It's also given, like, defies the laws of gravity, or it's like it doesn't make sense how you were able to kind of overcome certain things. Like, they've been like, how have you been able to do this? Well, it's because you got divine protection. Cancel, trash, like, it's giving, like, you left, kicking someone to the curb, or, like, whatever kind of promiscuousness, like lies or deception, like, has been coming to fruition about somebody's behavior and actions, and they're able to kind of prove or disprove. You got gold digger, because somebody was just really out for money. Behind the scenes, they're out for money. They can't quit causing you some sort of issues. It's like they're compelled to do this. You may have blocked this person from communicating with you, or it's giving, like, maybe not promiscuous, like, you give out this energy, and it could be somebody that you were actually intimate with, and this person, like, wants to be, I'm getting back in this act, but you're like, no, you may have blocked this person. You're like, no, I don't want anything to do with you. You're moving, you're going out and doing your own kind of thing. But this person is wanting to stop and block you from moving on, because they see you as this like invigorating energy. I don't know if, like, you what am I gonna, oh God, why am I gonna say it like that? It's like you, like, put it on them. And it's they don't want anybody else to have you, because they know they know how you are. They don't want anybody else touching you. They're going to claim that, like, you are this promiscuous kind of person. But yet, at the same time, it's like they're almost addicted to your energy. They're addicted to you, your body, male or female, I don't know. Like, it's like, this person, it's like they couldn't get enough of you, or they can't get enough of you, or they're missing your, it could be sexual energy. I don't know. They could have compared partners. But because they can no longer have access to your, it could be your sexual energy, it could just be your energy in itself. Hey, Arcane, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. But it's like it says in tune with your sexuality. You were very in tune with your sexuality. I got 44, something about them fours. And you just know how to do the right moves. Yeah, somebody's like, they wanted to take from you. Take from you. Money. It's like they wanted to knock you down a peg, because you wanted to move on to a better life, a better situation, could be a better job, don't know, maybe a boss could have been butthurt because like you left a position or a job and they miss how you work it. You know what I mean? Candy Bear! Welcome in, welcome in. FYI, if you haven't seen or clicked the notifications, I think I got it scheduled 9:15, where we're going to do the guidance, the angel numbers, and the gemstones. And I'm also going to do a yes or no question for each sign. So keep that in mind. Right. You got wish fulfillment coming in. You moving on to wish fulfillment. Bougie. Maybe it's somebody who's wanting to spoil you. Ooh, interesting. You may be dealing with somebody who feels like that they are a little higher on the social hierarchy kind of thing. But alliances. Some sort of secret alliance behind the scene to try to be able to take you out, take you down, to try to get you exhausted. But if you see something, there's a light being shown on it, a longing. This person wants you. Tell the MFer, no. My name is no. My sign is no. My number is no. Like, no. Dave, you may have been married to this person before, but this person, like, wants you back. They may have seen you as, like, a starter wife or a starter husband. I don't know. It doesn't resonate. Be like, my name is no. My sign is no. My number is no. Go away! I just got moved, bitch! Get out the way! For the real blessing to come in. Move! Get out the way! Get out the way, bitch! Get out the way! You know, it's funny because, like, when I'm driving on the highway, or whenever you, even on back roads, you know, if you were driving on the back roads or whatever, it's kind of one of those, like, people get in your way. I don't even care if I'm in the passenger seat. It's not, most of the time I'd be in the passenger seat, I'd still get, like, grumpy. Be like, get out the way! Move! People don't want to drive the speed limit. My kids would be like, Mom! So I get a feeling like this is what you're telling this person. You're like, move. Like, because they're trying to block you. Oh my, and Tennessee could resonate. Because I just got, move. I was just getting like, a cow. And I just thought, I just got like, when I lived down there, I heard on the radio, and it's funny because like all these years later, and I still remember that. But the entire freaking highway was completely shut down, right? Because there was literally a cow in the middle of the road. And people were like irritated, they were annoyed, and they're like, move. But it was one of those, like, you had to laugh because you're like, only in Tennessee. Then a cow literally could block freaking 4 lanes of highway. What the shit? I laughed so hard when I heard that. I was like, I mean, I was living, I was in the military at the time, and, of course, I wasn't anywhere near, like, Nashville, but it was, like, closer to Nashville that it happened. The entire freaking highway was, like, blocked by a cow. And they couldn't even get this cow to move. Like, shush, move, get out the way. And you're like, nope. So, I don't know. Somebody's standing their ground, even with, like, all the horns. People trying to move them out the way, and they're trying to, like, I don't know, they're trying to get it to do a certain thing. You're like, nope. You are standing your ground. You're standing on business. You're like, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to go where I need to go. And I'm going to do it on my time or God's time. You know, basically, because, you know, God be like, all right, cow, it's time. Like, so you're like this force of nature. That's what I'm getting. That's so random. A starter, no me. It's just so random. I think cows are funny as it is. They're great as it is. They're hilarious. Chickens are great and funnier and shit to me too. Just the way they move. But I think it's just because I always thought cows were so hilarious, and then the fact that happened cracks me up. I mean, I would think I was in tears. Why am I telling y'all that? I don't know. That just popped up out of the blue. Alright, that's the read that I have for y'all. I hope it helps. I really do. I hope it helps for some of you. Send you guys lots of love. Oh, you know what? There was 2 more things. Oh, for whomever this is that went through all that shit. That's what I wanted to do. Seed of light. You are light. You're a planner, light, leaving an eternal mark with every action. I think I already pulled from this deck. Heart contract. You got a new soul contract coming in. Soul family. Could have been from a past life. Path of miracles. Because you're following your true destined path. Your spiritual journey. You're having an awakening. It's funny actually. It's actually really funny. All right. Oop. Betrayal is revealed, or you're going to be. You're somebody who reveals some sort of betrayal. Stuck energy. Situation will reveal to you the intention behind it, whether it's you betraying yourself in some way, or another person or situation. You're being asked to unmask the truth by removing any blinders that hinder the clarity that is needed. You have stuck energy that can be caused by holding on to pain or having resistance to let new energy flow in. Get grounded and reconnect to your body once again. And then new beginnings, intention, set yourself. New beginning, whoever this is, new beginning. You've got a new beginning. You're in alignment. New doors are opening for you and new opportunities are here. You're shifting into a higher frequency by honoring yourself and your accomplishments. It's time for a fresh start and a clean slate. You're being asked to only bring your new self into this new chapter. It's not personal. Somebody's it's not personal. I'm sorry. You just triggered my wounds. No, it was nothing personal. So you got somebody maybe you don't even know behind the scenes doing some shit. Many times others project their own pain on you. Situation is not personal, but rather an opportunity for compassion for yourself and the other person involved. Stop taking the blame by automatically thinking it's your fault. Have discernment of what you own, but also what isn't your problem. So yeah, somebody is like literally projecting on you, and they're trying to do things maybe to you to cause and stop and block you in some sort of way, shape, or form. You need to realize, and maybe you do realize, like, it's not personal. It's just because you've triggered them in some way. But you're moving on. Not personal. Don't take it. What is it, Monica? Don't take it personal. I forgot how it goes. I know the song. I know how it goes. All right, you got Radiant Goddess Acceptance. Your light is radiating. Look at you, baby. You are an amazing goddess, ready to fully understand how significant you are. Tap into your power by owning your beauty and potential by not making any apologies for it. You are standing on business. You are standing in your truth. You were doing what you were needed to do. Do not apologize for being uniquely beautiful unicorn. Unique, beautiful unicorn. All right. You guys have a fantastic one. If you wish to, we got the weekly guidance coming up for all zodiac signs, Aries through Pisces, coming up, and oh crap, why did I do that? And it's what the guidance, which means, well, actually, I'm pulling from the fairy tale deck. So trigger warning, be warned, because not all freaking fairy tales started from somewhere good. And I will be pulling from Crystal's Wisdom, which is your gemstone for the week. We will go back, see our newer deck, the angel numbers. It's not new, but newer. And then a yes or no question for you. So we will pull a card for your yes or no questions. I got my decks ready here. I just got to pull them out and get myself situated. So I'm going to close this live out, and then we'll come back at 9:15 for, well, approximately 9:15. I'm going to try. I mean, there's a couple things I want to do real quick. But so if you want to join me around 9:15 for that live, greatly appreciate it. If you're new or you're kind of watching in the background there, hey, how you doing? Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe for any and all upcoming notifications. And as always, I absolutely thank you so much to my mods, Pammy Bear, Infinite, and Delaney. I got the best freaking mods. They're so amazing. And I appreciate all of y'all for being here. All my subscribers. You guys are all like, I just absolutely love all you and appreciate every one of you. And, you know, as slowly as it's been going, the channel has been growing, but that's okay. You know, things are meant to happen when they're meant to happen. But I appreciate every one of you who do subscribe and who do engage. And you are actually within the chat. You are each a beacon of light and hope to others by sharing your own stories, things that you've gone through, you've went through. You are each, you know, like support system to each other. And it is truly appreciative that you guys do that for each other. I absolutely love seeing the connection in the chats between you guys, and being able to help, just not only help each other, but you're able to help each other with knowledge, wisdom. If you've gone through things, you've overcome it, you're able to give that, you know, maybe guidance. You're able to give support, love, compassion, and empathy to those who may feel like they're in a very tough, dark spot right now. So I appreciate all y'all engaging in chat and sharing those types of things within the chat. Thank you guys so much. Angel Eyes, Gone Guy, I don't know, let me see who else was in here. Arcane Tarot, welcome in. Let me see, who else? Lisa, as always, girl. You know, as always. I hope you're doing well, Lisa. I hope you're feeling good. I hope things are working great for you as well. I think I said Angel Eyes. Anybody else pop up in the chat today? I kind of, oh, Dan the Man, you know, he got Dan the Man. And Starlove, there we go. Yeah, I knew I was kind of like missing somebody else. But there you go. I appreciate all y'all. And all y'all who've been like in the background kind of watching. Like the way you work. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I'm just now seeing that. It was fun. Well, I'm glad you had fun. I hope people kind of maybe learned something from it. And whoever this was for resonated, I hope they internalize and know that you are a unique person with a unique perspective and a unique journey to help others. So, all right. I will see you guys here in a little bit. Sending you guys lots of love. Happy, peace, joy, all the good stuff. If I don't see you later, have a fantastic week. And if I'm going to see you here shortly, I'll see you in a bit. All right. Have a great night. Bye.
Your mindset is your most powerful tool. Believe in your potential, and you'll unlock endless possibilities. Challenges are just stepping stones to greatness. Stay positive, embrace growth, and watch your world transform. Your thoughts shape your reality. Think big. No one has the right to judge you, because no one knows what you've been through. They may have heard stories, but they didn't feel what you felt in your heart. Your experiences, struggles, and triumphs are uniquely yours, and only you truly understand the depth of your journey. So, hold your head high and live your truth regardless of others' opinions.